Fantastic Four First Steps dropped 80% from its first weekend to its second weekend. Why do we think that is? We're going to dive into that in this episode of Hero Huddle. Hi, welcome to a brand new episode of Hero Huddle. This is a podcast where I tomahawk.
And I stew.
And that's it. We take a look at the pop culture nerd news of the week, and then we do silly little bits and goofs. Let's go ahead and talk about the box office performance for Fantastic Four First Steps, shall we?
Indeed.
So this is coming from Forbes. Fantastic Four First Steps had a opening weekend of $117 million domestically and a worldwide total of $257 million. It has had an 80% drop between last weekend and this weekend. It was 11.7 million on Friday.
Okay.
It may not even break 40 million in its follow-up weekend. So it's unclear as of right now. It's late Sunday night as to how much a drop this movie's going to have, but it's already pretty steep. Like Sunday's not typically the busiest movie day. That is surprising.
It's definitely a big drop considering this wasn't a big week for releases. I think the only thing that I remember caring about that release this weekend was the new Naked Gun movie, which reviewed really well. But my area at the theater I go to is just not like there are very few butts and seats for this area. Today was actually probably like their busiest day because a lot of older people came to movies today and watched that because that movie was from like the 80s, I think. So a lot of old people watching it. Our
lovely co-host Tristan heard that Fantastic Four wasn't doing great at the box office and said, fellas, I'm going to go rescue it. He is watching Fantastic Four right now in IMAX.
He's in the previews, the trailers, because everyone knows there's like 30 minutes of trailers. And he just texted us in the movie, don't do this.
If it's in trailers, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm in the theater watching the trailer for Now You See Me 3. And it said from the director of Zombieland, Venom, and Uncharted.
Okay. Yeah, those are selling points.
Yeah, those. I wouldn't put that. I wouldn't tie those to the movie. Zombieland, yes. I would have just stopped at Zombieland, though. From the director who brought you Zombieland and nothing else.
don't look into it.
No.
The director of Zombieland, not even the Zombieland 2. Just don't look into it. It's a secret.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm surprised because like there seemed to be a lot of hype around Fantastic Four like coming out. And it had a big opening weekend. It was doing well. It was pretty well received. We all liked it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I'm surprised that, more people aren't going out to see it. It's just Tristan.
Yeah,
he's the only one.
He's alone in the theater right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he hopes he's alone.
We're recording this at the back of his auditorium. We're actually in the theater with him. So if you hear any audio from the movie.
If you know the two old men from the Muppets, that's us. We're in like the balcony section of the theater, just like riffing while he's watching the movie.
This theater, it's got a really weird setup.
Oh, yeah.
When I said that, I briefly forgot that we do a video version of this show. We used to not do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fantastic Four. I hope that it picks up because I like a lot of the parts of this movie, even though I didn't love it. I do like the movie and I want it to, do well.
I think that a big drop off in, sales after a week isn't too indicative of how good a movie is because you can have, movies that do really good their first week and just like Fantastic Four just don't perform as well. Is usually because the people who really want to see it watch it the first weekend it's out. Yeah. So you're expected to have less viewage, less ticket sales on the second week, but this is a pretty big dip comparatively to because is there a way to see like Superman, how it performed on its second week? Because that would be a good indicator on this is like a single incident or if it's like a trend.
Because I think it's normal for box office to go down like 50%, but 80 that's a lot.
Yeah.
Superman second weekend. This is from Variety. 50% drop about.
It might have something to do with there's definitely more like Marvel fatigue when it comes to superhero movies than for DC, because while the DC movies that have come out in the last few years have usually just been stinky, in Superman's case, it seemed very promising and it ended up doing really well, and being like a really good movie, especially compared to what there used to be. I'm surprised that you like Fantastic Four more than Superman, because Fantastic Four does not have any character arcs for its main cast.
We can.
I thought we don't need to talk about it. I thought that would have been like the deciding factor for you liking Superman more.
Yeah. I understand. Again, I like them about the same. I think they're both fine.
Yeah.
And I think that might be the actual issue here is I think most people come out liking Fantastic Four, but it's not, I don't think there's a lot of rewatch factor for it.
Yeah.
Like Galactus is cool, but like once you've seen him, like, he's just light spoilers for Fantastic Four, I guess. He's just a big guy who like lumbers around.
Yeah.
Like if you've seen Giant Man in the Ant-Man movies, or it feels kind of like that.
Or with the Atom from Black Adam. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
I wonder what they meant by that. But yeah, I think that when you look into the context of what DC has put out, Superman is really good compared to what they had been putting out. And so that gives a lot more staying power as far as, how box office sales go. But for DC, for Marvel, it's all been kind of about the same quality, and, people liked all of them about the same, but, a lot of people feel like there's just a lot of Marvel stuff out there. And while they are trying to cut back on it, still a lot of Marvel stuff out there. So I can see where people are like, I don't really want to go see another Marvel movie, but hey, that Superman movie, I heard that was like a lot better than the stuff they've been putting out. Let's go see that. That could probably be the reason.
I think it is a lot of reasons. I think that could be part of it, but we have to think briefly about the general public, Stu. Most of them don't know that Marvel and DC are different things. To a lot of people, any superhero movie is a Marvel movie.
My mother.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of factors that are leading into this. I think people have been primed, and this is not the fault of the movie Fantastic Four, but there have been many lackluster Fantastic Four movies over the years. And I think that in the popular consciousness just means everyone thinks that it's not a good franchise. Yeah. It's like, well, we must not like these characters because these movies keep being bad. So again, you're going to get your nerds out on weekend one, but like you have to try and get everyone if you want it to be like a big, big hit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if the public was mentally ready for it, I guess.
No, I think you're right. Because with Superman, there are more good Superman movies than bad. If you're looking at like bad Superman movies, you're kind of looking at Superman 4 from the Christopher Reeves run. And I think I didn't see 3, or I don't think I've seen 3. I remember 4 was really bad. I don't remember 3, but then after that, they didn't really do anything movie wise with Superman until Superman Returns, which was not a really good movie at all. But while plot wise, Man of Steel suffers a lot, I think it is a good popcorn movie for the most part, because Zack Snyder kind of thrives on like hype moments and aura farming. Yeah,
he does.
That's all he does. And it's in every one of his movies. So like, but Man of Steel looks really good. There's no like janky CGI in it that really, stood out to me when I watched it. The score was amazing.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Like there's a lot about the movie that's really good. It's just that sometimes the plot doesn't make sense. And we've we beat that movie to death, so we won't have to go into that too much. But
and we're going to beat it to death even more in the future. And it's going to come back to life in a black Superman suit. And then we're going to get a different Doomsday and we're going to kill it again.
Yep. So I think you're right. Public perception of the Fantastic Four is, well, those movies sucked. And then Superman is like, I remember Superman 1 and 2 from the 70s or 70s, 80s.
I think the first one was 78.
Yeah.
And then, so 70s and the 80s.
Yeah. Like I remember Superman 1 and 2. Those were really good. I remember Man of Steel. I like that one. And then newest Superman movie. Yeah.
But I think something that might be helping Superman compared to Fantastic Four is Superman feels more kid friendly. Like Fantastic Four has some really interesting and weirdly, it's got this family dynamic going on, but like Sue Storm spends a chunk of the movie pregnant and like you see that there's a baby in her belly. And if you are a parent and you bring your young child with you to the movie, he or she's going to be like, how are babies made? How'd the baby get in there? And maybe you just don't feel like dealing with that.
Yeah, I would have to agree to an extent. I would have to agree for sure. I think if they really wanted to market more towards kids, they really should have leaned into Herbie as like the mascot. Yeah. They should have been pumping out Herbie merch like left and right
for sure
to get kids interested in the the quirky little Clanka.
Yeah, turn him into the BB-8. Yeah. It's kind of weird that they didn't do that. Also, more stuff with the Thing. Like, the Thing has like a couple of moments where he's like goofing around with some kids, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
So I don't know. I think Fantastic Four does feel a little lost between being for grown-ups and being for a younger audience at times. And I think it could have benefited more if it just would have committed. Because what I said before, one of my first points is I don't think it has a ton of rewatch value. And I think I said it before. If Galactus ate the world in Fantastic Four, I'd give that movie an A. I'd give it like an A+.
I'd put it over Superman for me. Absolutely.
Yeah. But they didn't. So
no,
I don't have any desire to like go watch it. Unlike Tristan.
Yeah, I was saying it's rewatchable enough for him.
It's rewatchable enough for Tristan.
Yeah,
who gave it the lowest score of the three of us.
He gave it the lowest score, and not only that, but he's also going back to see it a second time with more expensive movie tickets to see it in IMAX. So he's paying more money to see it a second time. Maybe also, we're out of touch.
We record the show at the same time basically every week, and he bought tickets for this time. Yeah. So
priorities, I guess. He really liked the movie.
He changed his mind. We love him.
What are you gonna do?
Follow him at TajView on Instagram, where he takes pictures and stuff. Is there anything you want to plug, Stu?
I stream on twitch.tv/Stu_.
Nice. Yeah. You can find me at Tomahawk Presents on most platforms, and you can find the show at Hero Huddle Pod on most platforms. And if you want to send us an email, we are Hero Huddle Pod at Gmail. That's what we are. No Yahoo addresses here.
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, I'm done. Bye. Forever.